is a really important topic because I hear over and over again from midwives where they only know of the option of using their own time, their own funds, their own, once in a while getting a small business association loan, but they start small and exchange their own time and energy and really try to create a slow momentum of their practices opening. So I always challenge midwives to dream big, to set up strong business plans and get the funding, and I can show you the return on investment of getting a team from day one, the benefits. You're going to make more money faster, you're going to have less burnout, you're going to have resources, you're going to make a lot more impact on your community when you can get funding in different directions outside of your own hard-earned cash. And then you have to take 5-10 years to get a practice going versus you could start it in 3 to 6 months depending on what type of practice you want to do. I can promise you, if you can show that a practice is going to be profitable, it's sustainable, you're an expert in the community to this business startup, it won't be an issue getting a bank, an investor, a community nonprofit to join forces and help you get this dream practice going. So part of the goals with this is just to talk about, what does your dream practice look like? How do we get it going? What are the numbers look like? Because you have to show in a business plan the financial projections, the overhead costs, what do you need to get started, what do you need to maintain it the next 3 to 6 months. So a lot of midwives just don't have the knowledge and skills to create a really strong business plan to help get the funding. So I want to challenge people to reach out to a consultant, to reach out to an SBA business mentor in your area and figure out how to make a strong business plan. Then you can start looking into different funding options to get that practice started. And it's very difficult without a plan. It's hard to get funding. It's hard to show the financial value. It's hard to show you're the expert, the need, the analysis that you've done to show this is a good, strong, viable practice. When you're looking at funding outside of your own cash, your retirement, your time, you're putting investors, banks, the community on the line for the money, and they need to know that you're going to be successful and why. So this is the easy one. This is the one everybody tends to think of. And I guess I shouldn't say it's the easy one because it's easy to use this option. It's easy because most of the midwives and most small private practices, this is the route that they go. It takes time to raise up your savings. It's the hard way to go because you're going to cut corners of staff and overheads and budgets right from the beginning. You're going to sacrifice a lot more of your time and mental sanity going this direction. You're going to start small, work solo for a couple years, then add on a partner. You're going to buy supplies basic until you can get to a certain level. It creates this vicious cycle that you're always trying to play catch up with your practice and the funds. I do challenge people, like, you can use personal savings to do as a down payment for an SBA loan. And that's a great way to leverage the loans and the debt options around you. But just to be straight cash, straight savings accounts, straight retirement fund contributions to start your own business 100% is the way most midwives go, and it's definitely the hardest way to be successful long term. You can go to your warm market, you can go to your friends and family, you can talk to them. You're more using the cloud of who you are and your reputation, and they know your credibility of what you can do versus you need so much a business plan with them. They may not want to know some high level questions, but you're not going to need to be nearly as thorough. You can borrow from them, they can donate to your cause, they could be a business partner. There's a lot of different ways you could use family and friends to help get your practice going. Nonprofits, it's a great option to do a donation and do a tax write-off. If you're doing a for-profit, they can still donate to you, but you have to pay taxes on it and they don't get the benefits of a tax write-off. So it sometimes is a great option if you're needing some collateral for a down payment and you want them to be temporary to donate some funds to your great cause. Maybe you're trying to get a loan for $200,000-$300,000. You're going to need $30,000 to $50,000 down, and you can do that many different ways. You could do it with your own funds, you could do it with investors, you could do it with donations, you could do it with community drives. There's many wonderful ways to do it. So I would say this is the most popular way that I encourage midwives to get a business loan. It's far more favorable than using investors because investors tend to want more say in the company. Once in a while you can get silent partners, angel investors, but they're going to charge you a lot more interest than what a bank will. The bank loans, particularly with the Small Business Association loans, they're going to give you the best interest rates because the government is backing up your business loan. They will pay and be your collateral for 80-90% of the loan if it goes bad, because there is a high probability with startup business loans, 90% of businesses the first 5 years go under. So it does make investors and banks more anxious to help startups. But with the SBA loan option and the government backing most of the loan, you can get pretty decent terms, especially when there's real estate involved and you're the expert in it, you've got strong grounding. You can get a loan for 15 to 25 years at this point around 5% interest, which is a really great deal when the inflation consumer price index is around 8.5%. You're actually saving money, purchasing power purely by taking a loan with a bank than if you're using your own money.